Hi Sagittarius, this is Nyonjo from Truth is Change Tarot, and I'm here to do your June 2017 reading. Yay! First, I want to say thank you to all the people who like, shared, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. And second, I want to say is that I changed the format, and I'm just going to be focusing on love and work. All right, so let's get started. So your overall message for June 2017 is mysticism. Oops. See what that means here. It is wise to be the observer. Do not respond until you are certain. The unknown is not easy, but it is no longer necessary to fear. Am I ignoring my intuition? What I suspect is probably true. I must breathe. So key ideas are ignoring the signs, unknown motivation, intuitive knowing, fear of the unknown, and journey. And the phrase that goes with it is, you are not to know. You're not to know. All right, so your other additional card for this reading is Arcana, which means mystery. Perfect. So what I'm getting is that, you are not to know. There are some things that are unfolding in your life that you have no control over, and things that are being folded into your life that you are being blindsided by. And not blindsided in a bad way, blindsided in the sense of you're not expecting it. And I think there's an element of judgment that is with it too. It's that you were expecting things to happen a certain way, expecting someone to react a certain way, and you're just going to be challenged in the sense of, maybe you're expecting support from someone and they fall through. Maybe you're expecting someone to react in a certain way and they're really supportive. It's these sort of things. Like, you're not supposed to know, and you're not supposed to place judgment as well, is what I'm getting. All right, so your love party reading. So for the singles here, you have the 4 swords and the 8 of swords in reverse. So definitely it's just, with these 2 cards, it's just basically saying take a break so you're able to release all these overwhelming thoughts. To release the idea that you're trapped. It's being trapped in, there's definitely a sensation, there's definitely a sense of being trapped in uncertainty. Trapped in a situation where you feel like you have no control, but in reality, you just need to just take a break and sit and rest. You might not have control, and that's perfectly fine. Maybe you want to engage in it, you want to connect with someone, people, opportunities, but you're not really sure how it's going to pan out. But it's just saying, in order to find clarity about how to move forward, whether this is even worthy to move forward on or not, because I know sometimes fire signs, we just kind of get caught up and we're just like jump the gun before you even know if it's worthy. It's just saying to relax. Let's get more information here. Yeah. So with the 7 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, is like one of the key ideas around taking a break is that you can get caught up in illusions. You can get caught up in fantasy around connecting to things, and they might not be entirely successful. You're not sure exactly what to invest in yet. You're not sure what is illusion and what is real. So with the Page of Pentacles, it's like you're trying to offer, maybe this is kind of what you feel trapped around. You're trying to offer something, or you're getting an offer, but you're not, it's just, you're trying to make a decision around it when you don't have all the information yet. Yeah, and this offer is going to bring you stability. You're not sure how, when, or why, but you'll be able to make a decision in time. But right now, especially with this mysticism card, you don't know all the information yet. And part of the reason, like I said, you don't know all the information is because you're not meant to control the situation. You're not meant to be the one in control. You're not the one to lead this time. You're the one to follow. All right, so let's get to the couples here. So you have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Wands, another 10, and then the Hierophant in reverse. So one of y'all in the relationship is taking on the burden of establishing a life or a legacy. Yeah, so to clarify the Hierophant reverse, you have the Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. So you're trying to establish a legacy around... You have the World here too. So you're trying to establish a legacy around or a lasting foundation around how y'all communicate your feelings. But you're taking on all the work, and that needs to end. It's no more of that. No more. Like, you are just so used to being the one in control, like I said here, when it's almost like what I'm getting is like you're always trying to guess your partner or partner's feelings. And maybe as a result, the person or people are holding back. You know, they're holding on to it because they're not ready to share it yet. And you really want to figure out a specific way of how to make sure this happens so both y'all are communicating or y'all are communicating. But with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like there doesn't need to be a specific way. There just needs to be faith. And that's, yeah, because with the Hangman in reverse and the Knight of Swords, it's saying like you're trying to push forward in this sense of communication, but it's coming off a little bit biting. It's coming off a little bit harsh. And it's just kind of making y'all even more stuck, making you feel like you have to make these unnecessary sacrifices as a result. Yeah, with the Queen of Cups, there's an element of codependency that's happening. And here with the Justice card in reverse, to clarify the Ten of Pentacles, there's a lack of balance that is happening. So it's just really asking you in your relationship or dynamic, and to how you address your dynamic is kind of just like waiting. It's kind of similar with the singles, just kind of waiting, like letting them take the lead. And you might not like that because it might not happen. Things might not happen in the pace that you want them to. They might not happen in the way that you want them to. But it's really asking you to be open to that, so you're not holding on to so much. Because as a result, maybe what is happening is that you are actually not just holding on to the burdens of how the relationship will be, but also holding on to your love and a sense of resentment. I'm gonna clarify the Justice, and that'll be the last one. Yeah, and with the King of Wands, it's just like you feel like more like yourself once this thing is balanced out, because you're so focused on achieving this goal of trying to find a way to communicate that, you know, you're just kind of focused or single-minded, one-sided, single-minded. Yeah, you're single-minded and driven. You just want to figure out how to create this balance, but it's just saying it's gonna balance itself out once you kind of let go. And yeah, you'll be able to communicate in a way that makes sense. All right, so let's go to the work, community, and passion. So you have the Knight of Wands here again, or the Knight of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and then the Star in reverse. So there's an offer that you're moving towards, but this offer, for some reason, there's some sort of but at the end of it. Let's see what the but is. You have the the Nine of Swords, and then the Judgment card. So the but is like, I think you're gonna have to make some sort of huge decision, huge shift in your life, and it's giving you a lot of anxiety because it makes you feel like you're caving to other people. Yeah, and with the Knight of Cups, these people have your best interest in mind, is what I'm getting. Like they're here to just stand up for your vision, but you are being asked to be flexible in a way that feels really scary and uncomfortable. Yeah, because this is what ultimately is going to happen once you kind of give in, is you'll be able to find that balance, and you'll feel a lot more at one with yourself. Yeah, a cycle will be ending for sort of patterns and habits in the past of how you've been engaging in an imbalanced way. And it's another element of letting go of control, so you can see what happens and unfolds. And that's kind of one of the major decisions that you're being asked to make, is how in the past that you've kind of tried to control situations and they kind of went to shit. So it's asking you to be accountable and responsible in that way. And this new opportunity is going to require you to be able to do that. So yeah, so that's your reading. If you'd like a personal reading from me, email me at truthistchange@gmail.com. And I have full moon and new moon readings that I do every month on my website at truthistchange.tumblr.com, and also on my Instagram at truthistchange. I have cute outfits too, so check it out. And thanks for watching. Blessings.